that's enough of that. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sirens. I'm your host, Captain Jack. Today, don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I've been in a weird mood lately. Just like kind of like just fucking skating by. I don't know, just trying to like get through like the day or whatever, and just trying to, I don't know, just wait all this bullshit out. The area that I live in got hit really fucking hard Thursday evening and Friday, pretty much all of Friday. Just snow and ice, like super fucking bad. So bad yesterday that my car, for the first time that I've been driving, has legitimately gotten so stuck that I can't get it out myself, like in the driver's seat. And really, like, I think there was only one time before that it got so bad that I was like just fucking like stuck. I had to call my girlfriend, which luckily, like, she was just playing like Sims with her friend on Discord. I had her run out and like jump in the car, and like I was trying to like rock it back and forth trying to get there. We were probably out there for 30 minutes just like working on this fucking car, trying to get it unstuck. Some vape lord, he was wearing like really nice clothes. Like he just came from like a party. Not like he was at a party, but like he was working at a party, you know, like hosting or something. I don't know. Looked really nice. He was a nice guy. He jumped out and like tried to help and everything, and it's like trying to give me directions and like on what to do. But he like threw in the towel after like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and was like, "Look, bro, you're shit out of luck. Like I don't know what to tell you." And then like a couple people drove by, but I think we both felt too guilty to be like, "Yeah, we're stuck. Can you help?" There was a black dude with a truck, and he was like, "Hey, you guys are stuck?" And we're like, "Yeah." And I thought for a second he was like gonna pop out of his truck, or honestly like whip his truck around behind mine and like gently push it so it would move. But again, we were like just too like at least I felt bad. I didn't want to like inconvenience anyone else. I mean, it was fucking freezing outside. It's like close to damn near 10 degrees. So I don't want to like inconvenience. I didn't want to like put anyone out extra. But luckily for me, there was this like super nice like Moroccan dude or whatever. I have no idea. And he like jumped out of the car and he's like, "My friend, you are stuck, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, stuck is fucking, you know, like that's a nice way of putting it. Like I'm beyond stuck." So this like little like gorilla man, he must have like, I could have had 9 other clones of myself, so 10 of me out there like pushing this car. This motherfucker got it rocking so hard so quickly. And that's eventually what got us out. Like the car straight up looked like a boat. Like it was going back and forth, like in the water. But finally, my girlfriend is like touching the gas, and then it finally starts to go. So we're like, fucking gun it. So she manages to pull it out of like this snowbank. I'm like high-fiving, and I'm like shaking hands with. First, it was like this, like just this, like the Moroccan guy, and then this like dude who straight up looked like he just got off of a plane from like Nairobi or something. Like these really nice robes and like legit, just like the most like skimmed down like sandals I've ever seen. But he jumped out too and was helping, like pushing like in the snow. The dude was standing on like 6 inches of snow and ice in flip-flops, bro. And fucking finally we're able to get the car out of the snowbank. It was so fucking scary getting back in my car and like having to, because I went and picked up food after. Because of this whole ordeal, it was just like I definitely need to get some like real food in me, like right fucking now. I'm starving, and the whole thing has been bullshit. Oh my god, 5 in a row. Sorry, but yeah, it was just crazy pulling in. So after I got back, no, this is before I had even left to go get the food. My girlfriend went inside and grabbed like these like buckets we have. And we went out there probably for a good another 30 minutes just like scooping the snow and ice and like making piles on the side of the road, just because I mean like all weekend we saw people getting stuck because like we have a window that like leads out to like right by like essentially you can see like where people were getting stuck in like the like a perfect view. So we saw like maybe like 6 or 7 cars get stuck out there. And like every time there would be a car stuck, like 2 or 3 people who are outside would immediately just come over and help rock this car out and like push it. Which is awesome. Like the neighborhood I live in, like a lot of people refer to it as like the hood or whatever, or just like kind of sketchy. And yeah, like sure it is, but like the people who live here are good people. So like, I don't know. I used to be like a little nervous to live here, but now I don't feel nervous at all because I know it's just like there's so many people who could like, I don't know, just like there were a handful of people that just kept driving by. But honestly, I want to say like it was 50-50. Would roll down the window and ask if we needed help or, ask if we had it under control. So just like all around, like pretty solid people here. Super nice. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. It's just been in a weird mood. I finished up my website, which has been cool. It took me like 2.5 months to actually like finish putting it together. Well, maybe not that long, but like probably actually like 2 months, yeah. Knowing myself and how much I just fucking put shit off. But now that's all done. That's super nice. I'm happy with it. So now I'm just waiting for my lawyer, my attorney or whatever. I think he's just my lawyer to call me back. I had to schedule like 4 different fucking phone calls with this dude before his receptionist was even like, hey, so I got your message. You want to talk to Paul? Yeah, I need to fucking talk to Paul. I've been fucking calling him like every day for the past week. Oh my God. So now I've emailed him all of my questions that I have on my end about what all still needs to be done on my side in terms of getting the last little bit of paperwork I need like notarized or whatever by the government so then I can start importing rifles, So I just have to wait for that. Super lame and so fucking annoying that it's taken all of this time. And I know it's like ridiculous, but like once, or maybe this is just me talking, but maybe like you can relate to it. You have something you need to do that needs to get done, and you wait, like you procrastinate to do it. But as soon as you do it, it's like you're waiting for everyone else to do their fucking job so that like the work you just put in can be like acknowledged and you could be like rewarded for it. That's kind of in this like the state that I'm in now, where it's like I don't even like I just have to wait on like however fast the government chooses to work, and whenever my fucking lawyer emails me back or calls me back or whatever. Like I'm just like I've just been in this quagmire, like unable to really move left or right or forward and back. I'm just like stuck in this fucking, it's like a roller coaster car, like you get the ticket, you see the ride, you're like, this looks rad. And then you get into the line and into the waiting and you stand there for a little bit too long. And then what happens is there are so many people that come up behind you that it feels like you can't stop what you're doing. You can't just bail out of line. I mean, to be in a position like that, and then like let's just equate it to like I'm almost getting into the roller coaster, yo. I'm like a cart just left carrying a full like series of passengers. There's another full series of passengers in front of me, and then I'm in the next cart going out after the people in front of me. It is lunacy and asinine to even consider just bailing on all the work that you've put in to just be like, fuck it, this is too hard or whatever. This wasn't what I expected it to be. I'm just gonna get out of line now. So I'm forced to continue driving this fucking roller coaster until I can actually get on it. And then from then, like, I don't know, then it's just like go fucking buck wild. Like everything I've thought about doing for the past 2 or 3 years, like actually just put fucking pen to paper and like run with it, Jack. But I don't know. It's just in that weird spot where I have to just wait on everyone else for what I'm doing. and it's just so fucking annoying. Like, now that I have to, like, I don't even know what the fuck. I think I have to pay $2,000 overall in fees and in taxes. Like, I think I have to pay at least $1,000 in, like, what's it called? Like, just as, like, to get my applications processed. And this is not even saying it's like a fucking bribe or anything, but, like, I guess when you turn in pieces of paperwork like this, you need to send in a check for $500 or they don't give a fuck and they just don't work with you. So whatever, that's fucking really weird and kind of lame, but whatever. So I don't know. I think I have to come up with $1,000. Plus, my car's a total sack of shit right now. I would love to go get it fucking fixed with, like, my tax return money, but I'm not going to be able to because I'm going to have to save $1,000 of it so I can fill out these goddamn forms about being an importer. It is so fucked. This is so fucked. Nothing is written down for me. This is why I did poorly in school. Because it's a bunch of stupid bullshit mediums like portals and, like, fill out this form. And this is the only way for you to do this. So this is the only way for you to succeed. And I mean, like, just what I did in, like, school, I was like, fuck the portal, fuck doing this, fuck going in my packet and, like, doing worksheet 4A or whatever. Like, no. Listen, if you want me to do the work, if you need me to do this shit, then make it easy. Like, put it in front of me. Like, I don't know what the fuck you want from me, but stop making me do all this shit on my own. You know? Like, I'm a very independent person, but when it comes to shit like this, like, I just choose not to do it. Like, subconsciously I choose. It's not even a conscious decision. It's just, like, subconscious. Like, it's like whenever it's, like, someone's, like, telling you about, like, their story and there's something, like, just clicks off in your head where it's like, I need to stop listening to this, like, as quickly as I fucking can. I can't even stand to look at this person or hear them breathe one more time or I'm going to lose my shit. That's kind of like how I process doing dumbass busy bullshit work, like filling out these forms and paying all this goddamn money, going on these different portals to, like, look at shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck to look at. Also, why in the fuck am I even allowed to look at half the shit I'm allowed to? Like, they're making me sign up for all of these different government agencies, that of which I never knew even existed in the first place. And every time I have to, like, sign on to one of these things, like, first they make you download, like, these secondary apps. So it's like where you're opening this program, the software that we're using is going to automatically open the app if you have it installed. So it's like a 2-tier, like I don't even know. It's like when you have to type in your password for 2-tier identification. That's what it is. So I need to fucking, like, have all these dumbass apps just to let me get into these databases. Guys, like, why in the fuck am I even allowed to look at it then? Like, if we're making it so difficult and it's, like, so, like, impossible for someone to use, like, what's the point of me even being able to look in there? Because it doesn't pertain to my job whatsoever. Like, I don't need to have access to all the shit that I have access to, but it just, like, I do because of the field I'm in. And the fuck thing is, I'm not even really in this field yet. All I've done is pay money and wait. That's all the fuck I've done. I mean, to be fair, I do have a fully, like, I'm fully registered as an arms dealer, like, straight up arms dealer. Like, if I had guns to sell, I could take them to a gun show, rent a table, and I could do business. Like, I could sell, like, let's say you are listening to this podcast and, like, you find that I'm going to be in, like, your city or something, or we live in the same city and there's a gun show that I'm going to be at and you come down, I can sell you a gun. That's not a problem. Like, I'm fully registered as an arms dealer. But what I'm not registered as, and this is what's been hindering me, as an arms importer. This has been the biggest pain in my fucking ass so far. This is all this shit I'm talking about. Like, with all these government agencies. Like, guys, I don't give a fuck. Stop making me sign up for this shit. This is so dumb, so lame. And it's not even, like, a deterrence for wanting to do, like, become an arms dealer. Because first, the government needs people to sell guns. Like, individuals, not, like, the government selling guns to people. Like, they need the act of individuals selling and arming other people. Like, that is essential and crucial in America. And, like, they just can't get rid of it. So having arms dealers, it's like, an important job or whatever. Yeah, but they make you like fill out all this dumbass shit and pay all this money. It's not a barrier to entry. It's just the government being fucking annoying. In like every fucking possible way. Like, and they even make you wait 45 days to start. Like, they won't even look at your application until until it's been in their possession for 45 days. What in the fuck sense does that make, Jack? Like, why does it take you guys so long to fucking process this information? If a private company had to process all of this information, they would have already been done. Like, done, like a long time ago. That's what I don't fucking understand is that I know it's not, I mean, it's just borderline incompetency from the top bottom. Like that trickle down effect that like economic majors keep talking about, like who hate poor people. They're always talking about trickle down economics. This is what it is right now, but it's trickle down stupidity and it's trickling down on me. And maybe that's what's really been pissing me off is having to deal with these dumbass rules and these dumbass people signing up for all this dumbass shit. And for what? Like me just to be told, yeah, no, you did all this right, and we'll take your money, but you gotta wait again. Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, let me work. Like, why is this so damn difficult? I was talking to my mom about it, and she's like, it's a big deal, like selling guns. It's like, yeah, but also like the government is so fucking powerful. If I did one thing wrong, federal prosecutors would just be sticking their nose in every end of my business and would find what I did wrong. And not even to mention, like federal prosecutors have a 98.9% conviction rate. So like those are the police of the police. Like that's the police that the police want to grow up and be one day. Federal prosecutors, like they like fucking figure everything out. So, and she was telling me, it's like, my mom was saying, it's a big deal. This is why you have to do all this shit. No, I understand that it's a big deal, but also the people who are allowed to apply for this is very minimal because poor people can't do this shit. Like I'm only able to do this because I have a home business because my business is located at my parents' house. Like that's the only reason why I'm able to do this. Because you have to have like a building and a safe area. Like there's a bunch of rules. ATF agents come out to your location and they like walk around and look at shit. So there's a lot of overhead that already goes into just filling out the application. Not to mention if you fill out an application, like your name's put on a list forever. Like they're like, this person attempted to acquire a federal firearms license. So, I don't know. It's just like a lot of dumb fucking bullshit. I really don't understand. I really honestly don't understand what the fuck I'm doing, honestly, in the first place. And this is not even a job where you can just be like, I'm just going to Google this shit. I'm going to look it up on YouTube. YouTube has nothing. I ended up watching a YouTube video, and this dude was talking about how to import guns. And he was like, so this is already like 2 minutes into me watching it. He was like, all right, so this video is pertaining to average citizens importing guns. He's like, if you're an FFL holder, you guys can go ahead and click off of this because you guys already know what to do. And like, no, the fuck, I don't know what to do, Jack. Like, I wish you would have explained this shit to me. But I think that's the job of my ATF agents, and both of them did a piss poor job at it, I guess, because I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. There's a lot of freedom and there's too little freedom and too much freedom in this position, and I feel like that statement is true for a lot of other positions. Just too little freedom, but at the same time you have too much freedom. The little freedom I have is having to like put my neck through this noose of paperwork and all of this dumb bullshit like portals, but then the ability I gain from it is to import pretty much any rifle I want that's below like 50 caliber or below. I can import anything else I can't. Like that's a different license, or you need to have my current license and you need to go to like some agency and get it approved so you can, I don't know, it's a bunch of shit. Like it's just a bunch of shit you got to do. But yeah, it's just fucking so lame. I'm just so over it. I'm just ready to be doing something like actually productive, like planning. I don't know. I was going to say I should probably talk to a lawyer about this, but I'm trying to, and it's just not going my way. Maybe I should reach out to my ATF agents. Be like, hey, so it's been a while, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, so can you help me? And it being a government, like a government position or something. Oh my God, what's going on with my throat? I understand that it's like like a government position or whatever, but at the same time, holy fuck, I totally forgot where I was going. Just because it's like, oh, I don't know. Completely lost my fucking train of thought because of these dumbass ATF agents. I need to reach out. I should probably reach out to them, but I'm afraid they're going to get mad because I didn't listen to what they were saying in our meetings. Even though their meetings, it's very long-winded and awkward. Like, having a meeting with someone you don't know, and you probably won't have to deal with them again for, like, a really, really long time. It's like meeting the new mailman. You know, it's like you get a new mailman, and it's like at some point you have to, like, go out and be like, hey, this is my name and everything. But until then, it's awkward. And that's just how I kind of feel right now with the ATF agents. It's like, I don't want to ask too many questions. Also, the lady who came out, yeah, it was a lady. That I'm still surprised that there is, like, you know what? I'm gonna say there's like when people say there are women working in government, once you meet them, you understand it's like, oh, you're this kind of chick. It's not women. It's not like moms, you know, or like cheerleaders in high school who it's like, you know what, I want to go work for the Pentagon. It's like women who it's like, I can't tell if you're a man or a woman, and they join the military, or not the military, but the government. But she's like the head of like the field agents, which are like people who go out and actually like inspect shit and actually award like your FFL, you know, if you pass or whatever. She's like the fucking supervisor for all the other ATF agents. And so I don't want to like bother her or make it seem like I like asking really basic fucking questions. And she like, well, dude, if you're asking me this question, then it leads me to believe that you don't really know all of like the rules and regulations in arms dealing, which is true. I don't. But I think I understand it enough to. They have a lot of regulation on you acquiring your license, and they pick and choose which countries you can import from. That's just more on like a national level, though. Like if Biden came out and it's like we're suspending trade with Russia due to the invasion of the Ukraine, and if I was importing, I don't know, like P.250s or something, or I would say Kalashnikovs, but you can't import Kalashnikovs. Then I'm shit out of luck because I can no longer do business with Russian businesses because of what's going on. But the government has no control over, like, let's say I buy 100 assault rifles and I decided I'm going to sell them all in Minnesota or something, you know, or like Kansas. They have no power to say like where any of these guns go. So I kind of see where like I do have a lot of freedom, but at the same time I really don't, because like I have to walk through all of this like dumb bureaucratic bullshit just to get my like to actually be able to do my job fully. But I don't know, if you can't determine where guns are going, like let's say there's like shit popping off in Portland or something. I mean, like there was like a year ago. And like I'm an arms dealer and I get called up by gun stores and they're like, guys, look, bro, guns are flying off the store shelves like fucking crazy. Send whatever you have, as much as you have, send it that way. Like, wouldn't you think the government would want to give a shit a little bit more about situations like that, where it's like people are are in droves, like arming themselves? You don't think the government would want to know that a little bit more than like where the fucking gun came from? You know, not even that. Like, that's understandable, wanting to know like what guns are in your country and where, but they can't even do the where part right. They have no idea. So I don't know. And not to mention that the government has almost no records. Like they barely have any digital records or copies of transactions or anything like that. Like the way that and the reason why I'm saying this is because it almost feels like the legal arms market operates in a sort of like shady, like backdoor, like fashion, like street dealing almost, you know? Like I don't get it. So if I'm meant to kind of, I guess, like live this style, like live this lifestyle of being like, like I'm an arms dealer. It's like there's a lot of shit that goes into it, but I'm just like walking, I'm like just doing shit. I'm meeting people trying to sell guns to them. It's like not right. It should be the other way around, in my opinion. Maybe not easier to get to initially get your license, but once you've acquired your license, then it should be much easier to fill out all the other paperwork because they already know exactly who the fuck you are. Like the ATF makes you send in printed out pictures of yourself. Pictures that like a 2-inch by 2-inch picture of yourself. So they have a physical copy of what like the fuck you look like. But none of those records are like put online. So what I don't understand is that I'm almost getting the impression that America wants to kind of tell everyone else and like lead by like what they say, not what they do, in terms of like how shady it is to get a gun. I mean, I really just don't understand that. Like I'm meant to act, in a certain, extremely legal fashion. And like, of course, like arms dealers typically are because they don't want to get in trouble, but like, it's just so strange to me. It's very strange. The gun rules in this country are very strange. And that's coming from someone who's read like in and out of different, different like states' rights and like what they enact law-wise. Just doesn't make any sense. I think like people in this country, it's just like it is what it is. Like we have guns, like that's just like kind of like our thing. So like chill a little bit, but at the same time I understand where people are coming from, where they're like, we shouldn't have these death machines and cities and bullshit like that. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But I'm just fucking frustrated. That's taken, oh my God, like so long to get this shit all filled out and, all taken care of. And I'm still doing it. I'm probably going to have to pay a fucking $1,000 soon. So who the fuck knows? I need, you know what? I should probably just email my ATF agents. That's probably what I should do. I have no idea. So many different acronyms for shit. I don't even know. I'm waiting to hear back from my lawyer. This is why when I was beginning to, like, right before I was going to record my podcast, I was sitting here for like 10 minutes thinking, like, what the fuck am I going to talk about? Because, like, it's just this. Like, this is the only thing that, like, I can think about, and it's gotten to a point where me thinking about it is not going to, like, help me in any way. It's not going to do anything. Like, literally not going to do anything because it's all out of my hands. I can think about it 24 hours a day or 0 minutes in a day, and I won't change a damn thing. So I don't know. Just like in this weird spot where I want shit to start moving fast and nothing is moving fast. In fact, everything is moving much slower than at least what it felt like before. It's just like that feeling of just being stuck and just being like, man, if I wasn't shackled by all of these restrictions and regulations and, all these bureaucratic, like documents or whatever, or, any of this shit, then I wouldn't be feeling like this. But I don't know. It is what it is. All right, guys, that's where I think I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully I hear back tomorrow or Wednesday. Typically how it goes, if I record a podcast complaining about something, then the problem resolves itself the day after I record the podcast. And I just feel like a giant bitch for a week because it's like, man, this is hard. And then I get an email the next day that answers all of my questions. I'm like, got this shit under control. Like, should never have questioned the fucking master. I don't know. I have a high level of seemingly and unexplainably, like, and definitely unearned, like, confidence. I don't know what it is. It is not a good thing, though. It's got me in a lot of trouble. All right. That'll be the wrapping up the last little bit of this podcast. This is Sirens. I'm your host, Captain Jack. Thank you if you made it this way or this far. Don't forget, the email is captainjackmailbag@gmail.com. If you guys have anything to say, just fucking fire it off there. And other than that, I will see you on Monday.